welcome to today's video. My name is Ingrid Konya, an associate at Konya Company Advocates, and with me today is...
Hello, my name is Ashley Mukami, an associate advocate at Konya Company Advocates. We are located at the Sandbox in Kilimani along Chania Avenue.
So for today's video, we'll be discussing on matters of employment and labor law, and our first topic of discussion will be around probationary contracts.
So since we've learned, or we're about to learn, the employee who is on probation gets the same rights as an employee. So maybe you can explain to us the difference, or is it the same rights that they get?
Okay, so similar rights will include right to work in a safe environment, right to water, housing, or in the alternative, housing allowance, arresting or a day off for rest. Maternity leave, they're also entitled to that. Maternity leave, sick leave, they can get sick leave after they've worked for at least 2 consecutive months.
Okay.
Annual leave, that one accrues once you've worked for at least 12 consecutive months. Yes.
Insurance.
So things like, okay, so now there are other benefits that maybe a specific employer provides. So for example, medical insurance, now that one would be predetermined by the contract. And I think most times you get that benefit of a medical insurance once you're confirmed as an employee after the probation.
After the probation.
Yes.
So can an employer extend the probationary contract?
Yes. So once an employer assesses your performance throughout the probationary period, they can extend so long as the extension doesn't go beyond 12 months. So you can't have worked under a probationary contract for more than 12 months. And even as they are extending this probationary contract, they can't just do it haphazardly. They need to actually consult you as an employee. They need to have done some sort of performance review, called you in, discussed with you maybe your weak points, your strong points, and had some sort of consultation with you to just let you know that they intend to extend this probationary contract. So if you are okay as an employee with the extension, then they can extend.
They can extend.
If you're not willing to have your probationary contract extended, then the parties can just go ahead to terminate the contract.
So speaking of termination, most of the time we'll see employees who have probationary contracts, their contract just gets terminated without notice, or they issued notice and they're asked to go, but we know there's no proper due diligence on termination. So perhaps you can give us how can employers effectively terminate a probationary contract? Yeah.
Okay. So like any other contract, you can always terminate. So when it comes to probationary contracts, we've had several cases in court. Some saying Section 42 usually provides, of the Employment Act, provides that you can terminate a probationary contract as long as you issue a 7-day notice.
Okay.
So there's been a lot of back and forth in the courts. So the most recent decision was rendered in 2021, which rendered Section 42 unconstitutional. So the procedure, as of now, is if you want to terminate an employee who is under probation or under probationary contract, you have to follow the provisions of Section 41. So Section 41 of the Employment Act provides for the procedure of termination, which includes you need to give them notice as to perhaps conducted a performance review. You're not happy with the performance, so you give them a notice of that. You call them in for a meeting, you give them a chance to air out or defend themselves. They are entitled to be accompanied by a representative either from a union or another employee before you terminate. So in essence, you cannot just wake up and just give 2-day notice or
send WhatsApp message,
send away like a thief, or send away through WhatsApp.
So even if the employee has stolen something or embezzled funds and they're on a probationary contract, you just can't terminate and tell them to go home. You have to follow proper employment procedures.
Yes, so probationary contracts are still governed by the Employment Act, so they still need to abide by the provisions of the Employment Act.
Great, thank you for that insight, Ingrid. Today we've learned probationary employees are employees under law. So if you've liked our video, please like, share, and subscribe. You can find a detailed or in-depth article on this issue at our website, koa.co.ke, and we look forward to seeing you at our offices. Thank you.
If you have any questions, comments, inquiries, please feel free to reach out through our email or our phone contacts, which will be provided below.